Hey guys, my name is Doya and I'm the marketing officer for the Student Council.
Hey guys, my name is Bav and I'm the welfare officer for the Student Council.
Hey, I'm Georgia. I'm just a supporting officer for Doya and Bavan.
But she's a lot more important than the regular supporting officer, so yeah, it's definitely who we call her.
So we're going to be looking at support and services that you can get during lockdown so you do not feel alone during these unprecedented times.
So we're going to look at support during lockdown that you can get in college and out of college. So first we're going to focus on the in college one. So we understand that lockdown is tough and you really don't have to go through it alone. College support systems are actually still available. I don't know how many people are aware of this, but yeah, we're making it clear to you now that they are there for you in case you need them. So we want to specify a couple of things, which are there is no shame in wanting support. It is normal for us to struggle sometimes, and you won't weak or less of a person for doing so. You're actually as brave as you are dealing with it alone, even after reaching out. So you're not weak, okay? If you have something inside of you that upsets you and you still go on your day with it, you're actually a lot more stronger than you think. You definitely aren't weak. But yeah, we may not understand, but we still want to help you. So you don't have to fight alone. So yeah, you don't have to have a mental health problem to want support either. So you don't have to be diagnosed. Not all people are even able to get diagnosed. But yeah, support will always be there for you, whether you're having good times or bad times. You don't actually have to be in a crisis to want support, you know? So yeah, even if it's small, reach out. Don't pin yourself down by thinking because other people have it worse, they need it more. Those people will take the steps to support when they need it. Everyone copes differently in certain situations, and it's important to look after yourself too. Make sure to do yourself that justice over lockdown. So even if you see people around you who seem like they're really struggling right now and they need support, yeah, sure, you can reach out for support with them, but those people will take the steps they need if they want the support, you know? Don't pin yourself down with that thought and make you feel like you're worth less, you know, because your life isn't as bad as theirs, because everyone copes with everything differently, you know? You could have a small thing happen to you and absolutely destroy you, whereas another person can have a lot happen to them and be totally fine. It's different. Everyone is different, and you need to learn to respect that and yourself for it. You aren't weak for being able to cope with less. You're still equally as brave as a person as another person is, you know? So yeah. We know that support can sometimes take a long time and not all services may be best for you. So we want to work together with you to help you find the support system that's perfect for you. And by with you, I mean the Mental Health Society. So if you saw a previous video and you're interested in joining, please bear in mind that we will always be there for you. So even if you had a bad experience previously, we hope that we can change your opinion of it. So yeah, people you can always go to include your personal tutor, your progression coach, counselling service, careers team, your favourite teacher, and the student body president, Angela. And there is a great mental health wellbeing toolkit that you can access through Moodle or my DCG app. Joy.
Sorry, my bad. So if you'd rather speak to a student about it, you can always talk to the student council. So there's Harriet, who's the vice president, of the student council, Bavandeep Baines, who's welfare officer, Jaspreet Sahota, who's the education officer, Thomas, I can't pronounce his last name. He's the environmental officer. Lewis Newburn is the financial officer. Myself, I'm marketing officer. Dylan is the charities officer, and Naima is the activities officer. And we've also got Georgia as well as supporting officer.
Yeah, if you go into the Teams chat for the student council and you post and if you want any of us, you can always click on manage teams and look at the members that are in it. If you know anyone in there, reach out to them as well.
So we're all very friendly.
Yeah,
so don't be scared.
Yeah. There's a message from Sally about how the support systems will remain in place. So we suggest you contact her if you want to get referred to either inclusion and support, welfare, counselling, bursary, DAMCOP careers, roundhouse recruitment, and IT support. So make sure to check out her email right there if you ever really need to speak to someone, because she can be there. She is there for you whenever you need. So yeah, and like Doya said, if you struggle with speaking to adults, you can always come to one of the student council or student reps. But yeah, we will always be there for you. So please remember that. you don't always have to speak to an adult about it. We aren't bad people. We aren't gonna go and do you bad like maybe other people in the past have done to you. Like, we will value your opinion and your privacy above anything else.
Here we need to make sure that everybody's aware that sometimes self-diagnosis isn't the best way to go, and it's better to go to a professional, and so you can be sure that you actually do have a disorder that you think you have. If you're going to just self-diagnose it, you need to make sure you've researched it and be certain that you do actually have that disorder if you don't feel like going and getting an official diagnosis, because you can sometimes diagnose yourself with something that you don't actually have, and you might end up getting treatment for it that you didn't need, and it could make things worse. So you're better off going to speak to your local GP, even though it might be more difficult. If you want, you can talk to your parents about it, but I know that a lot of people might have trouble with that. But you should be able to, you could bring a friend with you and you can try to go down and see what the GP thinks you might have, see if you can get a diagnosis there. If you want to talk to any of us about it, if you want to try and get advice on where you can go, then you can come to any of the people that we've listed here, or any of the services that are just down in the bottom right. And yeah, or you can just make a post in the mental health services, and one of us will try to reply to it and we can talk to you. Or if you'd rather speak to a professional, we can refer you to one. And then with support during lockdown, if you're not comfortable with talking to somebody from the college, like one of us or a professional counsellor within the college, we've got some services listed here that you can go to instead. But I know that a lot of people have had negative experiences with counselling through secondary school, and it probably won't have been what you actually needed. But I need you to know that if you go to a private counsellor or somebody through college, it's not going to be the same, because especially private ones, they'll know what they're doing and they're a lot more equipped than they are in secondary school. So don't be afraid of going to them just because you've had negative experiences in the past through secondary school. So we've got Childline services you can call on 0800 1111, and all calls there are free, and you just get a one-to-one chat with an online counsellor. You can also call Sumerians on 116 123. You can write a letter to them and they can give you advice. You could visit anxiety.co.uk, and you could text them to 07537 416 905, and they're open from 9:30 till 5:30 every day. And then some other online resources are listed down in the bottom right, such as Young Minds and NSPCC.
Yeah. So yeah, Georgia gave some really good points there. We want to really stress that if you feel like you have a certain disorder, it's always best to speak to a healthcare professional who's actually trained to give you that advice, because anyone else's opinion who hasn't actually gone through the right education process to give that confirmed, diagnosis, I don't think it's worth asking them. And to be honest, if you think that you have something and it turns out you don't, it can actually do more harm. Like Georgia said, it can actually really upset you, especially if you think you have it. So it's always good to go to a professional about it beforehand. And like she said, even with these outside services, like if you feel like you're in really bad danger and you're in a moment of crisis, you can always speak to Samaritans. You can always call them whenever you wish. Same with Childline. The stigma that surrounds Childline is a really big problem that stops people from going there, because they think, oh, Childline are going to kick down my door if I tell them that I pissed my mum off or something. They don't care. They really value your privacy, and the only reason any of these services would step up is because they feel like you're at risk of yourself or you're a risk to other people around you. So yeah, please remember you're never a burden to anyone, and if you need support, don't stop yourself from getting it. Even if you had a bad experience in the past with it, don't let that be your only opinion of it. Let us prove to you that there is good out there, even if you haven't seen good before, which hopefully you have, and if you haven't, then time to meet us. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed that, and we hope that you can come to us, even in the Mental Health Society, and reach out to any of us about whatever you guys may need. So yeah, it was nice speaking to you guys. See ya.
See ya.